Shake hands with danger. Shake hands with danger.
So this might be the most artistic AR-15 build on YouTube right now. This is the Caterpillar CAT-15 Shake Hands with Danger edition, whatever you want to call it. This is an idea that's been living in my head for almost a year now, and I figured now is the right time to finally go through and absolutely ruin this AR, because what better place to debut a piece of heavy equipment from the CAT catalog than on a farm? Brownells is hosting a two-gun action match in Iowa on September the 1st and September the 2nd. So a two-gun action match, if you're not familiar, it's sort of like a brutality match. In fact, I think the range they're shooting it on is the same range where Cornfield Brutality was hosted a few years ago or whatever. I don't think that's a thing anymore. So essentially the match is set up where you have a mix of physical and marksmanship based challenges, and you're using a rifle and a pistol for the stages. So that's where the two gun and the action part comes from. There's still about 90 slots available if you're interested in attending. I will leave the practice score link down in the description below. Go ahead and sign up. The suggested round count to bring is 350 rounds for rifle and 350 rounds for pistol. There are different divisions, whether you want to run optics or like I'm doing, I'm running irons. I hope to see you all out there, but let's go ahead and talk about this rifle right here. So this rifle started life as a Rock River Arms mid-length A2. And the reason why I went with that is because I think carbine 16-inch rifles look weird. I wasn't going to SBR it, so I wanted to keep it 16 inches. That way it just makes transportation a little bit simpler. And also it gives you just a little bit longer sight radius. And of course, the mid-length gas with the 16-inch barrel makes it better for bayonet usage, which of course is super important for a fighting rifle. Now, the only major part I've swapped out on this is the buffer tube. My only complaint with Rock River Arms ARs is that they come with a commercial spec buffer tube. So I swapped that out for a mil spec buffer tube and put on the CAR-15 stock. Even though it's way worse than the waffle stock, it is definitely superior in the category of drip. And when your two options are drip or drown, I'm always going to pick drip. Now, one of the things I hate about the CAR-15 stock is this little bump right here makes for a really super uncomfortable cheek weld. So I ground that down a little bit and wrapped it with electrical tape to kind of smooth it out. Got Amazon butt pad here. I find the small CAR-15 butt pad to be really uncomfortable for whatever reason. Just tie that off with a bit of 550 cord. The sling is a VCAS Vickers sling that I tactically acquired courtesy of 3rd Battalion 8th Marines. I've also popped out the front sling swivel and replaced it with one of these side sling swivels that you see on like military M4s and stuff. For some reason, these are just really difficult to find. This is actually a part from Rock River Arms, and if you want one of your own, the part number for it is AR0161. It's exactly the same as the military ones. It's held in by 2 roll pins. Pretty much anything that's not your standard like M16 parade sling is going to be better off side mounted or top mounted like this. So A2 birdcage, standard birdcage, A2 front sight, standard front sight. Handguards are mid-length A2 handguards, and these are the proper A2 diameter. It's not the weird oval like the M4 style stocks. The receiver is of course A2 upper. In my opinion, if you're going to run iron sights and you know you're going to run iron sights, the best setup is an M16A2 receiver. These are the best iron sights out there. I will fight anyone on that. The ability to have windage and elevation adjustments is just a huge benefit over the M16A1 iron sights, and it's just a much better sight picture it's going to give you, a much better aperture that it's going to give you, a much more robust system than like any of the flip up backup sights and stuff like that out there. Now, I'm going to say a flat top is probably more versatile, but if you are a guy that just wants to run irons, or it's your second AR and you only want to run irons in your second AR, A2 upper all the way for sure. Standard low receiver. The magazine, standard magazine. Actually, it's a Brownells magazine, funnily enough. This is pretty much just a stock standard rifle, and really the closer you stick to standard, the better rifle you're going to have. If you don't know what you're doing, stick with stock. I don't know what I'm doing, so I stick with stock. So as far as the Artism aspect of this rifle goes, I found out I really liked Cat Yellow last year when we were repainting a 3516. It was the main engine on our boat, a 16-cylinder Cat diesel engine. Absolute beast of an engine, and we painted it with a primer that was Cat Yellow. And then after we painted it Cat Yellow, I realized how nice Cat Yellow actually looks when it's a fresh paint job and not covered in dirt, grime, and grease. And even though we covered over that primer of Cat Yellow with white, the idea of a Cat Yellow AR-15 persisted in my brain rent-free from that point on. Now, the design of this rifle is also heavily influenced by one of my favorite Counter-Strike skins, the M4A1S Guardian skin. I've had that skin for almost 10 years now, and it's one of my favorites. But essentially, it's got a blue receiver set, a blue handguard, blue magazine, and a blue stock, and everything else is black. I love the contrast between the colored parts and the non-colored parts, and I wanted to do a very similar thing with my rifle. Now, I didn't color the stock because I think that would be too much with a bright color like yellow versus a really subdued color like that dark blue, but I made sure to do a really good job masking off or taking out any parts I didn't want to color in cat yellow, and I think this paint job looks really good because of the contrasting pins, the contrasting safety, the contrasting magazine release, and the charging handle, and the elevation drum, and the slip ring, and stuff like that. Guys, when it comes to art, what you color in is just as important as what you don't color in. Contrast is a huge principle when it comes to design in anything, and I think this looks really, really cool. As far as the decals go, I think, like I was talking about, that color, weight, and balance, I wanted the focus to be here, kind of forward towards the working part of the rifle, because this is not really so important. This is the important part of the rifle. This is the face right here. I think just having the CAT logo here, the little white text, and the yellow triangle is enough color back here to keep it kind of balanced. I also think the mag came out really great wrapping this decal all the way around. You can see how that's directly inspired by the Counter-Strike skin. The CSGO skin has the Counter-Terrorist logo on the magazine right there, and I've done the same thing with the CAT logo. The only thing I'm kind of disappointed with right now is I don't know what to do with the muzzle. I think I want to paint the muzzle device, but I also don't, because, you know, when you have like a bright colored muzzle device, that has a weird implication, right? Because it's like, oh, is that a toy gun? Are you trying to make it look like a toy gun? Like, actually, now that I look at it, I think I have the perfect idea of what to do with this rifle. I think that's the look right there. What do you guys think? That looks freaking sweet, man. The only thing I got to do, this is an Allen Engineering M4. These require 2 points of contact, so I need to go ahead and machine a little spacer right here with a 20-degree bevel cut on it, and that's it. That's the look. That is the Caterpillar CAT-15 Shake Hands with Danger edition right there. That is how she's gonna look. I really want more people to just start having fun with guns. That's what I feel like this gun represents to me. This is just taking an AR-15 and having fun with it. And I actually really dig like the people that have like the pink AR-15s and stuff like that. That's just fun, right? Like, it's not meant to be some super serious fighting rifle, like paramilitary wannabe sort of thing. This is sort of an art project for me, right? That's fun. Everyone does like the retro thing these days, and everyone does like the camouflage pattern and stuff like that, but I don't think anyone's ever done a cat yellow AR-15. Even when I googled it, I couldn't find any examples, so that's pretty cool. Maybe my next one will be John Deere green. I think that'd be fun, or maybe Ford blue, or like Cummins red. That might be kind of cool. But for right now, I've got the CAT-15. It's ready to go out there and put some work in on the farm up in Iowa. So that's the CAT-15 in a nutshell. The most artistic rifle on YouTube right now. Go ahead and shake hands with Danger, because this thing's coming for you. And again, if you are interested in the Brownells Gunfighter Gauntlet, there is a sign-up link down below on Practice Score. Suggested round count, 350 rounds for rifle, 350 rounds for pistol. If you like this video, I've got other videos on ARs. I've got one on the M16A2 and the M16A1. I'm probably going to follow that series up with an M16A4 video at some point in time, because that is my favorite AR. So thank you all for watching. Thank you especially to my channel members for supporting the channel directly. You too can become a channel member by clicking the join button next to the subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day.